The Utah Jazz have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend the home court at the Energy Solutions Arena here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in the three spot.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with two hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Finishes the break with a slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here is Parker. After Gordon Hayward's bucket. Fires from deep. And it's Kawhi Leonard with the three. Leonard's got five now.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Hood can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Parker with the steal. And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
So it's San Antonio now. 4-point game. Parker kicks to Leonard. On the wing, Green. And stolen by Hayward. And he gets it to go.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Back to Parker. Outside, Green. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with the block. And they get it back. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Reverses. And Parker with the block. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And Green slams it in.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Anderson comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Martin's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Top Burke. West with the block. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Anderson kicks it to West. And the shot is good. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Anderson passes to Martin. And stolen by Favors.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals. That allows you to get out in transition.
And it's Martin penetrating. And the call will be against Jeff Withey. That is his first foul of the game. Boris Diaz checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Mills dishes to Anderson. Now here's Mills. Burks covering. Anderson kicks to Mills. That three off the mark.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Spurs leading by 4. And finished off by Martin.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Burks. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And here's Mills from the arc. That's good. Mills has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Let's get it.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up. Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
Burke and Exum in the backcourt. Alec Burks is out there with Favors, and it's Withy in the center position. That's the group right now for Utah. That's tipped. And here they go. Ginobili misses. You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
Jazz trailed by 8. Burke with it. He's picked up by Parker.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Dion. Leonard comes in for Kevin Martin. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. For Utah, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Burke. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Burks the pass to Exum. Here's Favors. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Putting a 3 on that
Spurs
right now.
leading by 8.
Putting a 3.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Parker with another miss.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that. A lot of NBA teams have been outright buying developmental league teams. I mean, the Jazz did that last season. They purchased the Idaho Stampede last March, and we see more and more of that happening. One-on-one affiliations between D-League teams and NBA teams.
Here's Green after Dante Exum's bucket. Lots of room. Buries the jump shot. That's 7 points for Leonard.
It is so hard to contain it. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Stolen by Withy. Pass to Exum. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Duncan with the block. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go.
Oh, you want to get one in
Leonard, no luck.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
Withy dishes to Burks. From outside, off the mark. Spurs leading by 6. The drive by Green. And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Mills. And it's blocked. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Spurs. DL comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for Green. Hood kicks to Hayward. Nato.
Oh, man.
And the shot counts. He's fouled.
I gave you that bullshit.
3-point play.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Plenty of space. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Mills.
A quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
For San Antonio, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. And so he makes both from the line. Jazz trailed by 5.
Yeah, the shot clock's off. This could be the last possession of the quarter.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. That's exactly what they should have in mind here. Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Spurs out in front. They're up by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Get me in the paint, though. Yeah, you got 26 in the paint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Without question, Alec Burks displaying his skills today.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Without question, Alec Burks displaying his skills today.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could, and boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Yes, sir. He has had too many uncontested runs to the hoop, but even if a defender's gotten there, it's been posterized time.
On the floor for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And guys, when you watch the Spurs play, it's like watching poetry in motion. I mean, every cut, every screen comes at a precise time, and they play beyond the sum of their talents because of that style.
Spurs do have a beautiful play style, and their offensive numbers show it, Greg. You're right there. One of the most fluid teams I can recall, Clark, in the NBA with their ball movements.
A joy to watch. I mean, they ended up top 5 in shooting percentage last year, as well as top 5 in assists. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
To the paint, and that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Hayward kicks to Booker. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs if they were in the East.
Martin's checked in for the Spurs. Green, no luck.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
Oh my God, foul, bro.
I think they just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Utah shooting their fifth and 6 free throws of the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line. Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
That's a 2 from Parker. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
They get it again. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Parker's got himself on the board with 3 there. It's stolen by Green to the inside. And Aldridge slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went
Straight on the attempt. That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. This is the Bruce. Feeds to Burke. Baker sends the pick to the middle. Six that from the cross. And the Jazz lead by 7. Rebound. What the fuck? And it's Utah's ball. They're on 18-6 run. Brooks with it.
Now here's Brooks. Tight defense. On the block.
Hey, bro, this nigga out.
Yeah, he's a goal.
Where we are.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Anderson, and that one's good.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands hands on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
Now here's Burke. With the advance to Burke. There's the bucket good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And Anderson gets it to go. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Exum's shot is off.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Burke. It's tipped. Here's Mills. It'll count. And that's not going to go. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Jazz lead by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Burke and Exum in the backcourt. Favors is out there with Jeff with him. And it's Burks in the small forward position. That's the group right now for Utah. Pass to Leonard. Mills in the corner. Kicks it to West. And stolen by Favors. Exum dishes to Burke. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Burks got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Jazz. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Utah.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been attack defensively.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Now here's Burke. Burks kicks to Burke. Stolen by Martin. Moving it up. It's deflected. And they're able to recover. From deep. Burks pulls it in.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Diaw with the steal. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start varying some of those.
Burks can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 5. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Duncan, he's checked in for Diaw. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Exum. Nice shot from the wing. And the Jazz lead by 4. That's tipped. To the paint. Plays it up and banks it in.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Here's Duncan. And the layup is good.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Exum passing to Favors. Can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. Martin dishes to Parker. Pass to West. And stolen by Burke.
I ran past that shit.
Burks kicks to Favors. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Fucking jab, man.
In transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
No good for Duncan. The dish to Burks. Burke kicks to Withy. The Jazz working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Here's Favors. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And now it's a 10-point Utah lead.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Utah.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And so many key players that you can point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Burks. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Well, Marcus Aldridge, he's checked in for the Spurs. Green comes in for Kevin Martin.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Now here's Hayward. Nato. And the free ball is good. And the Jazz lead by 9.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound. Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And there's the pass to Booker. Missed inside. Leonard attacking. Can't hit from the elbow.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And out of bounds as he tries to gain possession. And so it's Utah with the win. It was a fantastic ball.